Introducing first.
It is our 10th anniversary. Army, this is going to be an interesting start to this one.
From the Forgotten Realms, he is the Dungeon Master. He is Dave Reckoning.
Dave Reckoning making his return here to the Phoenix. I will say while this might be the 10th anniversary show, this is the 11th year that PPW has been in existence. Of course, 2014. The first show ever here in the hallowed halls of the historic Phoenix Theater in Petaluma. And Dave Reckoning has really started to make a name for himself in the few times since we have seen him here at the Phoenix.
And his opponent.
His opponent tonight, after making an amazing return a year ago to help his compatriot win the title, is back in singles action.
Making his way to the ring for the Nabuki Khan Dojo, representing the Honor Society, he is Scoop Robertson!
He had been away from Phoenix Pro Wrestling due to injury for quite some time. But a year ago, his mentor, the NorCal Hall of Famer, Sir Samurai, had an opportunity on that 10th anniversary show to fight Sanders for the PPW Championship. And when he did, and the numbers were stacked up against Samurai, it was Scoot Robertson out of nowhere who came in, made a triumphant return, and helped Samurai get back not only the victory, but become a PPW champion 10 years after he made his debut at the Phoenix Theater. And so Scoot, who's been away for a while, it'll be our first look at him since the injury back in 2022. You guys remember he was in the thick of the PPW title picture. He won, as we're having the Kyle Cup tonight, he won the Kyle Cup Battle Royal. He got an opportunity to face off against Jacob Fatu for the PPW Championship. It turned into a three-way match where he and Boyce LeGrand were the challengers to Fatu for the title. And then, of course, Fatu, having beat Boyce in record time for the title, it turned into a situation where Scoot was overcoming quite the amount of odds here. Going up the pecs, says Scoot. Of course, it was Boyce who walked away with the title that time, becoming a two-time PPW champ. He will be in action later tonight with the Bad Boys to face Sanders in Money, Power, and Respect, which should be quite the contest. And of course, Sir Samurai, who won the title at the last anniversary show after our hiatus, he will have his first defense against the former PPW Cruiserweight champion and former Kyle Cup winner in Midas Creed. So Dave Reckoning with that wrist lock, wrenching it in. And Scoot, did he learn that from Timothy Thatcher? Twirling out of the hammerlock and getting into the chainmailed skull of Dave Reckoning. And the crowd, he's always loved himself some Scoot Robertson here. He didn't come out of retirement or anything. He was away for a while. But it is good to see Scoot healthy again. Has had quite the run here in Phoenix Pro Wrestling over the last decade or so. Reckoning, kind of he's like a bowling ball. Scoot has the size advantage, but Reckoning, while being a little maybe shorter and stouter, really can bring it. Speaking of, Scoot returns. Reckoning not happy. I think when you're someone like Dave Reckoning and you can knock most people over with that shoulder tackle, you think, oh, hey, you maybe have something here. But of course, it turns into something where Scoot, who's been around the block more than once, knows his way in there in a kind of a power game, if need be. And Reckoning taking his sweet time getting back in. Tonight will be the Ringmaster Battle Royal for the Cal Cup. 20-person over-the-top Battle Royal. The winner will get an opportunity for the PPW Championship of their choosing. It could be the Tag Team Championships, the Cruiserweight Championship. Midas Creed, when he did win it, went after the PPW Cruiserweight Championship. Or, of course, the PPW Championship held by the NorCal Hall of Famer, Sir Samurai, Kenny K. The Cruiserweight Champion. Right now, the tag team titles are about up for grabs now. It was the arrival, but that is no longer the case as we head into the 12th year of Phoenix Pro Wrestling's very long and storied history. If you think about local independence, Reckoning, that diving chainmail headbutt to the arm. And now just kind of working over the right side of Scoot's body, lateral press, and a 2 count. I mean, it is quite the run for Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Partnerships with Gold Rush Pro Wrestling. You know, there's still kind of the big players in town, West Coast Pro Wrestling being probably the most known, well-known as far as scale and scope goes. But at the same time, PPW's had plenty of great professional wrestlers come through over the years. Of course, Jacob Fatu, the former PPW champion, is doing amazing things at the highest level nowadays. Reckoning, ducks down, sunset flip from Scoot Robertson, but it is Reckoning kicking the legs out and following up with a clothesline. JR Kratos, Jeff Cobb, lateral press, 1, 2, Shotzi Blackheart, Thunder Rosa. And some quite the names that have come through the curtain here at the Phoenix Theater, as Dave Reckoning is taking in the non-adulation from the crowd here. A jawbreaker and a clothesline for Scoot. Reckoning, DDT. Another lateral press, this time a hook of the leg, and only 2. And the bandana comes off for Scoot. And Reckoning has it. I don't think a bandana and a chainmail mask go together. Stomp on the bandana tells you everything Reckoning likes to know about Scoot. Readying for maybe another clothesline here. Ducked. Go behind. Scoot picks him up. Blue Thunder. Fell out instead of sitting out, so he didn't get a chance to go for the pin, which you can understand given what Dave Reckoning has done here. So Reckoning trying to become the first to his feet as the crowd gets behind Scoot Robertson here. Scoot has done some wild things in this theater. And perhaps none as wild as coming back from this long absence and getting back inside the ring. And there's that tornado kick, a specialty of his. Landed kind of awkwardly, it looks like. No, and wow, that headbutt, that torpedo headbutt by Reckoning. Followed in, he eats a boot. Scoot with a tackle. And this is a setup. He could be going. Oh no, I thought he may be going for that frog splash. No, It's that second rope moonsault. That misses, and now reckoning up top. He could be going for that chainmail diving headbutt. And he missed! Scoot rolls over Oklahoma. 1, 2, 3, he got him.
And your winner by pinfall, Scoot Robertson!
Scoot Robertson with the old Oklahoma roll picks up the victory. And in his first official singles match back with Phoenix Pro Wrestling in quite some time, Scoot is back on the right track as we head into the year to come. Quite the start to 2025 for Scoot Robertson, and we'll see if this leads to good things for him as PPW continues its run here in Petaluma. And a big smile for Scoot as he realizes he came up with the big victory as his right knee, kind of trying to get some feeling back into it. Of course, that leg that he hurt, he's very happy to be back in the Phoenix Theater. And the crowd happy to have him back. What could be on the docket for Scoot Robertson now that he has firmly put himself back into the goings-on here in Petaluma? What a run here for Scoot. We're happy to see him back here in Petaluma.